It's important that we know how to navigate SharePoint. What we have on the left-hand side is what we call a navigation menu. We saw in an earlier video, if we click this option here, we go to the SharePoint start page or home page. If I was to click this option here, I'd actually get a list of the SharePoint sites, and I can quickly access any of my SharePoint sites. If I click this option here, I can see any news that's been recently posted that may be of interest to me. If I click here, I can see any files that I've been recently working on. If I click here, I can see any lists that I may have created. So we call this the navigation menu. Now, if I actually go into a site like Coffee with Kathy, just by clicking here, there is actually a secondary navigation option across the top. I'm looking at the home page of this particular SharePoint site, but if I click Documents, then I'm seeing the documents that exist on this SharePoint site. And if I click Pages, I can see the pages that exist on this SharePoint site. So what you see across the top here may vary per SharePoint site because it is customizable. I'm just going to go back to the home page. Now the other thing you've got are user controls up here in the top right corner. You should see your own image in the top right corner if it's your account. If you have any questions, that's the job of the question mark. And if you want to get into settings, this is the settings option. Now, because this is a web-based application, you can use the usual forward, backwards that you're used to using with websites. So I can actually click this button to go back, click this button to go forward. Alternatively, Alt left arrow goes back, Alt right arrow goes forward. If you hold your mouse down on either of these buttons, you'll actually get a history of where you've been, and you can navigate to a particular point in time. If I go back home and I want to refresh this page, we know we can hit this button to refresh or reload. Alternatively, you could press the function key F5 to refresh or reload, or you could press Ctrl R to refresh or reload. So those are your navigation options.